What is up, heroes? It's Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. In the last episode, we were forced to try on this Robo Justice costume because we found Hagakure locked in a locker, and he also didn't even realize he was in this Robo Justice costume, and he couldn't get himself out of it. So things are taking a weird turn, but now we're back in the investigation stage, and we'll see what's going on. I do want to review, first of all, what are they called? The truth bullets or ammunition? Yeah. They were called ammunition, but since switching the English version, we got the truth bullets. So we have the glasses, the dolly that was the dolly and the were pretty obviously used to move the body. I don't know why the glasses would have been wiped unless someone was trying to replace them maybe, or like, I feel like Yamada tried to fake his own death and then ended up getting actually killed in the process. That's my thoughts, but also I'm sorry, I've been throwing out a lot of theories about how this all happened, but I know some of you guys want to comment on them but don't want to spoil me, but I appreciate your self-restraint. The spotless hammer, the one that was clean. I don't know why one would be cleaned while the other wouldn't. I really do think there were two Robo Justices in this case, but we'll see. The repository door, it was locked, but someone was able to unlock it before we saw Yamada's body, so that was kind of strange. The glasses cleaning cloth is clearly Yamada's, or like was on Yamada's body. So like I wouldn't be surprised if Yamada, like, you know, put those blood packets we found on himself and then cleaned off his glasses so he could do something else. It might be Celeste and Yamada working together or something. I'm not sure, because Celeste drew Asahina away from the room, and like it's not like Yamada could have orchestrated that. The blueprints, they don't have nice handwriting like Hagakure, and then the costume only fits Hagakure though, so that makes things a little bit more interesting. That being said, finally we can talk to Kirigiri and Hagakure. Like, where were they? She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone. Oh, sad face. If you don't mind telling me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Has he, like, not even heard the announcements? I still don't know how he's so oblivious to it. Like, I really don't think he did it, but... You know, he's probably not half wrong. I feel like Alter Ego definitely played a role. I see, that's unfortunate. The note. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Huh? Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1. People outside, must already be the weekend for them. But, wait, we didn't hear about this note that Hagakure received. We only heard about the notes that he was giving to people to meet up in the room, or in, like, the dining room afterwards. And then for some reason I fell asleep. So maybe he was hypnotized? The real killer probably drugged me or something. That's probably the case, to be honest. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Of course Kirigiri would know that. But then the question is, like, once he was, like, drugged or whatever, he could be drugged to not remember, but still be able to, like, function, of course. It's so funny that Asahina is calling Hagakure dumb. When she's, like, the epitome of that stereotype. They put on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. Of course, Asahina's not going to buy it, but whatever. Yeah, does he have the note? Of course he lost it. Maybe the person who hypnotized him took it after, or drugged him, took it after he was drugged so he wouldn't remember. I feel like Celeste is the one who did it, who orchestrated it all. I really do. Asahina needs to stop being so, like, stubborn. She's just, like, totally headstrong on the fact that Hagakure did it, when in reality I really think he's being set up. The thing is, like, who would be good enough with, like, chemistry and such to, like, or familiar enough with the chemicals to drug someone? Other than Kirigiri, but I don't feel like Kirigiri did it anymore. Yeah, that's true. If Fukuwa and Ogami were fighting, Would not want to get in the way of that. Is Kitty gonna share some secret information? I want you to help me with the investigation. Oh, cool. I mean, I'd much rather work with Kitty than Togami. Togami was so arrogant all the time, but... Will you tell me why you disappeared? No. What? We're not gonna help you with the investigation if you're not gonna tell us why you were gone for so much of the case. And then she just continues to ask us for our help. Okay, I mean, like, it still makes sense to help her out, but why so stubborn about not telling us where she was? It makes her so suspicious, like the potential 16th student or like the traitor amongst the students. Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living. I mean, it looked like it was pretty clear that there was a blunt force, like kill, or, yeah. It might be interesting to look at Yamada's body, though, to see if there was actually blunt force trauma on his head. Because, like, it looked like that's where he was bleeding from and such, and that's where he would have been hit by the hammer. But, they're in the repository? Okay, let's head to the repository. Oops, wrong button. I forget which room is the repository. Is it... Oh, it's that one, like, storage room, isn't it? Yeah, we need to be on the 3rd floor, if I recall correctly. There it is. Alright, then yeah, we'll teleport here. Huh. Classrooms are over this way. It's over the repository. Sorry, it's been a while since I've actually played this game, so I'm a little rusty with the map. Is the repository in here? Is it this room? Yes. Yeah, the repository is like the art room, isn't it? Or the one like that was locked. Yeah, that's right, that makes sense. This art room's still neat. I still don't know how this room would have been locked, but I think it's worth expecting whether or not they actually have signs of being hit by a hammer. But only for a moment. Well then, let's get started. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. Well, that's good at least. Biggest problem I have right now is quite literally the biggest. Is how the killer was able to move Yamada's massive corpse from the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. I really don't think the killer moved it at all. I think Yamada was alive and came up here, or something like that, all the way from the 1st floor to the 3rd, and all without anyone noticing him. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Yamada died from a blow to the head. He's most likely killed using just his hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that and why? Like I said, I really think he was faking his death. Let's look at Ishimaru's body. The killer must have used it to move Ishimaru's body. At the very least, if Yamada's body was carried, it was carried in a different manner, which suggests that there might have been 2 different Robo-Justices. Let's see, has Kitty noticed anything? Remember the wristwatch Ishimaro always wore in his left hand? He did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you too, just like other people that much? No, Kitty is just like ridiculously observant. Huh. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. Interesting, so there was some sort of struggle. The hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. Does that mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6? Last night, Ishimaru's watch definitely wasn't broken. Interesting, so it could have been around 6 in the morning. Interesting, that also means there was a bit more of a struggle. He appears to be gripping something. I mean, rigor mortis has already said and boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? That is fair. It's paper, right? Yeah, but it's clearly torn, so it's you gotta wonder where the other half is. Huh. Interesting. Biggest problem I have right now? Wait a minute. We've already heard all this. I think we need to talk to Kitty about it. What do you have to tell us about this body? A wad of paper. Is it the same wad of paper? Stuffed in his pants. So I can only assume he's hidden it on purpose. Wow. Kitty really searched. So why would Yamada hide that is the real question. Maybe he was writing it to someone. What does it say? I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. Also, that tear on the corner seems to match up with what Ishimaru had. Yeah, that seems to be what, the same sort of note that Hagakure, what's it called, had. Except, Hagakure was drugged. Yeah, it's 6 a.m. That's around when Ishimaru was killed. I feel like someone might have drugged Yamada to kill other people. Huh, this is very perplexing. Just because Yamada had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Agreed. Yeah, and the fact that he was hiding it means he could have been trying to give it to someone else. There could have been some sort of conflict going on between Ishimaru and Yamada. I feel like he was going to deliver it. Huh, interesting. I don't see how the Electro IDs would be able to contribute to the murder this time. Also, don't tell me we're already starting the class trial. What? I feel like I don't have nearly enough information to figure out what's going on. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a tough class trial. Because like before the other class trials, I at least had an idea of like how it all worked and framed it in my mind, but... Yikes. Alright, well, I mean, I don't really have any other choice but to just enter the class trial regardless. I don't even know who I think did it. I'm probably gonna have to be a bit more reactive this chapter and see what other people present as information and figure it out more on the spot. Huh. I don't think it's Hagakure, for sure. I think Yamada might have been involved in orchestrating it, or been used as a puppet, but I don't think they're the root cause. And I do think it's whoever ended up with Alter Ego was part of... Wait, why are there two Monokumas? Huh? Looks that way because of an illusion. What? Yeah, I mean, like, since the very beginning, this chapter has been playing on, like, doubles and such, and, like, Monokuma mentioned, like, what powers does Robo Justice have? Can he, like, split up or something like that? So I do think that there are two, like, bodies or things that are carrying out this murder, one of which is probably Alter Ego, or someone being possessed. The game is very strongly suggesting that thematically. The pain train or elevator. Alright, yeah. Might as well get going. Oh my gosh. Asahina needs to not be like the headstrong person who's like so dead set on like convicting one person that they just hold back the entire class trial. Kirigiri telling him how it is. Yeah, I'm like the most unsettled or uncomfortable with this class trial than any other one because of the fact that I, well, don't have enough facts in my opinion. I need to rely on other people's information. Interesting. I feel like, yeah, at some point Yamada and Hagakure were possessed. Not possessed, drugged. Made do things against their will. Is the better way to put it, I think. Alright, what does Fuko have to say? Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. Wasn't me, you gotta believe me. I mean, I believe you, to be honest. Although, then again, the game might even just be setting it up so that, like, it looks like Hagakure was wrongly accused, but then he actually did play a role in it. Celeste, do you have anything to note? She's, like, so ready to accuse people and, like, confirm or, like, throw out tests that would 100% confirm or deny who the killer is. That, like, makes it seem like she's almost too eager to, like, determine who the killer is. And, of course, there's Asahina who's just going to say that it was Hagakure. Yeah, of course. Alright, let's head on down the classroom. Oh, I wonder if the classroom is going to look much different than last time. I know the color scheme changed and everything, like usual. But I'm pumped. The class trials are easily my favorite part. Man, this elevator looks so much less crowded than it did the first trial. And here we are. Oh wow, it looks a lot different. It's like night themed and like silver curtains, like the blues. Interesting. Monokuma, please. Alright, so let's get this trial going. I agree with Togami here. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. Never hold on to you like that. Again, making a comment on, like, the presentation. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Wow. All the deathliness. Or deadliness. Yeah, so we'll save here, because why not? If you can't tell, I'm making a save file for each, like, recording. Alright, so let's take a look at our handbook. Take a look at our truth bullets before we hop into this for a few minutes. So we got the blue tarp, the tarp that was found in the repository. Pretty straightforward. Dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. This specific dolly has no handles, and the blood was found on one of its wheels. It assumed this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room where Ishimaru's body was originally discovered. White glasses, polished hammer, repository door. It was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the body was rediscovered, it had somehow been unlocked. Puddle of blood was found in the equipment room where... Oh, and also that mentions, like, if the door was unlocked and Hagakure was behind it, and he was locked in the locker, he couldn't have unlocked the door. So I really don't think he's orchestrating it. Tire track and left in blood. Yamada's cloth. Meet in the dining hall that Hagakure wrote to everyone. I feel like his handwriting is going to be important. Blueprints. Anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. So whoever was in the Robo Justice costume, I don't think could have picked up or carried the bodies, which I think is worth noting, which is why I think there will be 2 people involved in it too. Okay. I still find it funny that Kirigiri mentioned that, like, oh, keep in mind the handbooks. I don't think they'll be important this time, but at the same time, I kind of do. Do we want to set skills? Increase the influence gauge by 2, effective during the class trial. I don't want to have to use any skills. I want to collect all the skills, but, let's see. Robot Jock increases your truth bullet rate of fire. Effective during the non-stop debate and bullet strike. I don't even know how SP works, to be honest. Huh. I'll probably use this, to be honest. Because Fever Time was super helpful. Because, like, if the rhythm changes while he's in, like, I don't even know what it's called, Cool Time or something like that. It's impossible, or not impossible, but really difficult to determine what the new like rhythm is. Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, I mean, to be fair, I think we've done this a couple times, Monokuma. Already know who did it. Let's not jump to any conclusions, Asahina. Wow, just coming out of the gate, swinging. Yikes. Wow, even Fukuwa. Okay, well, Kirigiri, myself, blueprints for the suit, parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. Points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime. It's alright, we'll figure it out for you, Hagakure. Don't worry about it. Okay, so the first non-stop debate. This is fun. I like these. I'm interested to see what Togumi's gonna say. Robo Justice costume, Hagakure's message, and the Robo Justice blueprints. Okay, and I do have to remember that I can acquire everything we found in your room. Oh, wait a minute. I don't remember the controls. Okay, so we aim with the mouse. Silencer is the right mouse button. Okay. Fast forward argument is the control key. A truth bullet, flashback is left mouse button. Select truth bullet, mouse wheel, concentrate is the space key. Okay, that is good to know. The blueprints, the suit parts, they're all proof enough that you are the culprit. And then we have like, I don't know anything about that stuff. Why did you kill him? Everyone just keeps accusing him, not even really throwing out like a lot of opportunities to contradict him. Compelling evidence that Hiro is the killer. Is that really true? Not really. Everything we found in your room. Yes. The blueprints, the suit parts, they're all proof enough that you are the culprit. Alright, so that's not the case. So the question is, what do we use? The Robo Justice costume? I think it's the blueprints. Yeah, we're gonna want to use the blueprints to contradict something, but like, what though? Everything we found in your room. What? That was blocked? Meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time. Oh wait, is there something we found outside of his room? Huh. This is already getting kind of difficult. Okay, Yasuhiro's message was not in his room, so we can try that. Wait, that's not it too? Oh boy, this trial's already off to a bad start. I mean, are we trying to like contradict that, what's it called, the blueprints could be evidence? Because like Yasuhiro's message, like the handwriting contradicts it, but like outside of that, that's all I have really. Okay, I do think some of you guys mentioned that in Danganronpa 2 they actually fixed this a bit and make things a little bit more clear. Because like I'm not really sure how the game wants me to interpret the logical connections. Oh, I also don't like that they don't give me scores at the end of each like little non-stop debate. Called that the handwriting was going to be important in this. Differences are bigger than that, I think. Not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway. So you don't think he's not the only one. I think Hagakure is innocent as well. Then who was in that Robo Justice suit? I mean, the person in the suit doesn't have to be the one who's the blackened one. What? And of course he passes it off to me. Wait, they seriously put the Illuminati? I think it was Hagakure, yeah. It has to have been Hagakure in the suit. Hagakure was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit. Culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit. I mean, there are reasons, of course, because we know that, like, the person in the Robo Justice suit couldn't have bent more than, like, 90 degrees. Yeah, yeah, we can definitely tell them how they did that. What are they called? The, tarp. That's the first one. And then possibly the dolly. This will help us gain some HP back too, which is nice. So let's present this. And then, how do I call it soon before things get too intense? I might review my, like, truth ammunition or whatnot, or truth bullets. So let's see if I can explain. Ishimaru's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we discovered in the repository. We found it for the second time. It was wrapped in a blue tarp, and there are tire tracks from the blood pool in the equipment room. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward in my opinion. If you like saw that there were tarps in the room and that there was a dolly in the room and that they both have Ishimaru's blood on them and they're like tire tracks, it's pretty obvious in my opinion. You think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? Are you sure you're not mistaken? I'm pretty sure we're not mistaken. And to be honest, I don't really have the time at the moment to continue on with this, so we'll continue proving our points in the next episode. I don't know how long this class trial is going to be. It really does seem like it's going to be a longer class trial. It's going to be a more difficult one. And I got to get back into class trial mood, mode, as you saw from the first non-stop debate. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this and are looking forward to the class trial. I'm super hyped for it. But until the next episode when we tackle the class trial, this is the Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete. Danganronpa.